So let's get into an ACL keyword search and word summary script. What I've done is I've taken an ACL script in version 11 and I have a word search table and then a table being searched, and we're going to use a provided script that's going to allow you to do this keyword type search. And for those ACL enthusiasts, what we're doing is we're actually taking the keyword, which is that search on field. We're adding a blank space to the end of it so that it ends up becoming like a unique kind of word that's being searched on, so that it won't be found within. It's not a wildcard search. It actually has like it's gift with a blank space after it, or gifts with a blank space after it. And by doing so, you're not going to find a lot of words within words, like a wildcard search. So I'm doing that on purpose, and what we're doing in this join function down below is we're taking a look at looking into the other file and saying if in that other file there is a match. Using that find function, we're going to kind of pull that join in. If not, we're not going to join those two records together. So that's kind of the if statement that's happening. So let's jump into ACL and take a look. So now in ACL version 11, we have the keyword script version 11. And I want to take a moment just to kind of show you the files we have. We have an index to the files that we've sent you, and that is this Word document on the left here. And then on the right, we have the various folders. So we have the keywords that we've been talking about, that Excel macro, and then I have the ACL keyword scripts, and I have a version 11 as well as a version 10, so those that are on the older version of ACL can use this. I also converted this over to Arbutus, and with the help of Grant Brody at Arbutus, in being able to then run all of these scripts in Arbutus as well. But now back to ACL. To run this particular script, this is called SO1 text matching script. We can run this. What it's going to do is ask you for the file that you need to look through, and that's the description fields file. And in that file, I'm going to look at the description field. Then I'm taking the keyword list 250, that's what I'm going to search on, and within that table I'm going to take the word list C. Now, after about a minute or so of ACL processing, you'll end up with a list of all extracted items where a word was identified, be it correct or write-off or error. It'll extract those records. We started out with about 169,000, and now we have about 2,700. And it'll note the word, and then that's something that you could summarize on, or summarize by enter or by date or whatever, to get a better perspective of the words being used. Now, the other script that we have is called word sum. And for word sum, remember we were using the description fields file or table, and the description field we were also looking at was the journal entry description. So here's the input file variable here. And then we also had a field name called description fields, and that's what we're going to search on. And the type field, you could put enterer or year or whatever you'd like. I've put year in this case. So by running this script, I don't actually have to answer any questions. It has all the information it needs. It opens up that description field table, starts running the word summarization script. And what it's doing in the background is summarizing all the words that are within that description field. And when you look at that, I've broken it up into 10 different words. So if you want more, you have to look at this code and decide to kind of add more functions down below here. You could see we have word 1, word 2. If you want more than 10, you're going to have to kind of add more statements to have that happen. But in my case, I think 10 is good enough. And in about a minute, you end up with a word summary that is by year and also the count of that word within the year. So I have it first by that summary, then I summarize it by word. So I have each word summarized here, and that's the temp W, and the temp T is by type. And then what you can do, what it also does, is it takes this file here that by type, and then it creates a cross summary tab. So the type was the year 2013 and 14, and this way you can look at that variation over time. So that's something that you could Wordle both of these, maybe do it on the top occurring words, and Wordle year 1, year 2, and then look at the difference. We talked about doing Wordles and ranking and percentages, all of which are good. It's something that you definitely can utilize from a graphing technique once you have this. Now we'll switch gears and go back into Excel with active data for Excel, as shown by John West, where we're going to talk about a variety of keyword searching and going into various other documents beyond Excel.